Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel.
Earlier today, a vehicular terror attack in southern East Jerusalem's Armon HaNetziv neighborhood claimed the lives of 1 male and 3 female soldiers and injured well over a dozen more. All the victims were cadets in an Israeli officer training school. 2 of the injured are said to be in critical condition. The terrorist truck driver, who was identified by Palestinian media as Fadi al-Kanbar, is from East Jerusalem's Jabal Mukaber neighborhood and has reportedly served time in Israeli prison. Magen David Adom paramedics and the Jerusalem police are reporting that al-Kanbar drove around Jerusalem until he found a target. He then reportedly sped up his vehicle, ramming the group of young cadets as they were exiting a tour bus. According to police, after hitting the group with the truck, he then put the vehicle in reverse to run them over a second time. The 2 soldiers who were critically injured were stuck under the truck until the fire department could lift the vehicle with a crane. The remaining soldiers opened fire, and between them and an armed civilian guide, al-Kanbar was killed. Israeli Police Commissioner Roni Alshich said there was no prior warning for the attack. Responding to today's attack in Jerusalem, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu alleged that the terrorist, identified as Fadi al-Kanbar, was a supporter of the Islamic State. Speaking near the scene of the attack, Netanyahu said that the neighborhood where al-Kanbar is from was under closure, and that he was discussing with various security heads about what actions to take. He said, quote, "We know the identity of the attacker. According to all the signs, he is a supporter of Islamic State. We know there is a string of attacks and there could definitely be a connection between them, from France to Berlin and now in Jerusalem, and we fight this problem," end quote. While no terror group has formally claimed responsibility for the vehicular assault, Fadi al-Kanbar's father has been detained, and Hamas, the internationally recognized terror organization running the Gaza Strip, praised the attack as heroic. An Israeli spy satellite has reportedly captured high-definition pictures of a secret stockpile of Russian Iskander missiles at an army base in Syria. The photographic evidence appears to confirm Western suspicions that the Kremlin has been providing the Assad regime with many of its most advanced weapons. The medium-range ballistic missiles can reach distances of up to 311 miles away and is capable of carrying nuclear warheads. It's far more sophisticated than the Scud rockets Iraq used to pound Israel during the First Gulf War, or the Qassam and Grad rockets shot from Gaza during conflicts with Hamas. Syria's missile arsenal has lately been used against its own people during the civil war, but Israeli officials are deeply concerned over the sinister presence of these powerful arms just over the northern border. 26-year-old Esteban Santiago could face the death penalty for murdering 5 people and wounding 8 others using a gun he'd packed in his own bags. His rampage occurred on the luggage claim area under eerily similar circumstances to an attack carried out in Israel 45 years ago. One aviation security expert in Denver named Jeffrey Price says that Esteban basically followed a script of the 1972 attack, during which 3 Japanese Red Army terrorists killed 26 people and wounded 71 others with guns and grenades they retrieved from their bags after landing in Tel Aviv. The leader of the faction, Kozo Okamoto, had converted to Islam. 2 of the attackers died during the assault, and Okamoto was released in a Palestinian prisoner exchange in 1985 after serving 13 years in an Israeli prison. He's currently believed to be in Lebanon after relocating from Libya and Syria. At least 3,000 Israelis are speaking out against any calls to violence in the aftermath of the Azaria trial by participating in a mass demonstration. An Israeli army veteran who lost an arm during his own service initiated the rally at Tel Aviv's Rabin Square. Political leaders and members of the public from across the political spectrum came to reject threats from extremists against the military tribunal, who found Elor Azaria guilty of manslaughter for killing a wounded Palestinian terrorist in Hebron last March. At one point, a well-known Azaria supporter was arrested for storming the stage. Those gathered also denounced incitement against the Israeli army's chief of staff and other military brass. The convicted soldier is expected to be sentenced next month on charges that carry up to 20 years behind bars. There are now reports that military prosecutors may offer a reduced prison term if he agrees to drop his appeal against the verdict. The high-profile trial has deeply divided the country. There have been widespread calls for the Israeli president to pardon the 19-year-old sergeant, including from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The court rejected Azaria's claim that he shot the terrorist because he believed the assailant, who had already stabbed one soldier, could harm another. The judges ruled that Azaria's actions explicitly contravene the Israeli army's rules of engagement, which forbid the use of deadly force once an attacker no longer poses an immediate threat.
That's all for now. Tune in to ILTV for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you tomorrow with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.